Boker Tov Rabotai. We are continuing that Ilchot Shabbat, where these simanim are. We are towards the end of Ilchot Shabbat, and these simanim discuss the different rabbinic enactments in order to prevent us from violating Shabbat. So there are many of them, but one over here that the Shulchan Aruch writes is that we don't. We're not mikadesh on Shabbat. That means we don't betroth. A person can't marry, not marry, can engage his wife and say Harei ad mikudeshet li b'tabat zu kedat Moshe v'Yisrael on Shabbat. Thank you. And the reason is because once you do that, you're going to have to start writing the ketubah, other things. So it's also gzira shema yichtov. You might write. The Rama writes that in a case where a person doesn't have a children and it's a mitzvah, so mishum kvod abriot, for the honor of not embarrassing the chatan mikala, we're going to allow such a thing. And what is the example? The Birkei Yosef brings from the Knesset. I'm sorry, the Machzik Bracha of the Chida brings in the name of the Knesset HaGedolah as well, that there was once a case that the Rama himself had such a case, that there was a orphan girl that was supposed to get married, and they started fighting about the ketuvah Friday afternoon, so they weren't able to do the wedding until Friday night. It's going to be an embarrassment for her if we don't do kiddushin. So he said in a case of a mitzvah like that, he was willing to waive it. So that's the machloket Shulchan Aruch and Rama, and obviously we don't do kiddushin at night. However, what's interesting is that the Shulchan Aruch writes ve'en konsin. We also don't do chuppah at night. So what does that mean? We don't do chuppah at night. This is a very big discussion, and it leads into another one in the laws of wedding, which is the following: what is considered marrying? What is considered in the halachot of somebody getting married? There are different opinions. What's called marriage? What's called chuppah? The opinion of the Shulchan Aruch, which is based on the Rambam, is that chuppah means yichud. Chuppah means actually going in a room secluded together, like the Ashkenazim do at the wedding, and that should be the opinion of the Sfaradim as well. However, if somebody will notice, the many Sfaradim don't do yichud in order to consider it chuppah. Rather, they rely on the chuppah that a person, that the chatan kala come in, and the chuppah, that is called chuppah. So this will make a big difference on Shabbat, because if a person gets married on Friday afternoon, he's only going to get to seclude with his wife on Friday night already. If that's considered chuppah, that's forbidden. Nevertheless, the minhag in Morocco and in many Sephardic countries was that chuppah was in other words, they got married on Friday afternoon, and the couple would seclude themselves on Friday night. They would seclude themselves on Friday night, which seems that if you're not allowed to have chuppah on Friday night, how did they do that? So you see from over here, the minhag in Morocco was that they didn't rely that yichud was chuppah, rather it was beforehand. And this is what in the takanot of Rabbi Avraham Kawa, he brings Siman Tzadi Dalet, a teshuvah from all of the great rabbanim, that we held like the Rosh, and not like Maran over here. A lot of minhagim we had like the Rosh, and this is one of them. The Nofet Sofim, Rav Petachia Birdugo, brought down in Chuv Tuvat Shamash, Siman Kuf Memvav, has a signed letter from Yehuda ben Atar, one of the Gdolei Chachmei Morocco, Rabbi Chaim Toledano. Not only that, the Shar HaMelech in Ilchot Yishut Chupat Chatanim Siman Samechtet writes this was also the minhag in Eretz Yisrael and other places. Rabbi Rafael Kawan Toafat Re'em Siman Kuf Chavchet. I actually wrote a letter about this to my dear Rosh Yeshiva that they're sitting Shiva for right now, Rosh Shmuel Yehuda Levin Zatzal, written Magen Avot Even HaEzer, page Reshman Chet. But it comes out our halachot exactly on something that I discussed with him. Halacha, she'yeh nishmato eden. Amen. Ken yiratzon.